What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And we have another play-by-play. And here it goes. Play action, quick to hitter to Tua. Tua finds the tight end in the flat and turns upfield for Hill. Julian Hill makes the quick catch. So, nice gain on first down, gain of 20. We are off like a herd of turtles. What is up, everybody in the chat? Assuming this is working. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Good now. All right, here we go. And we got a shotgun formation with three backs in the backfield. Takes a snap, fakes the pitch. Now we're going to swing it out there for A-Chain. Bounces off the first tackler and goes out of bounds after a loss of 2. Second and 12 now at their own 45. What up, Pig? Damn, no more Jaden for the year. Yep, I heard. What up, Daniel? Looking for Dolphins to win. All right, well, do it. Second and 11. In the shotgun is Tua. 2 running backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, handoff to A-Chain. A-Chain leaping over a defender and diving ahead for a gain of just 3. They're going to put him at the 49-yard line. Herbig in on the tackle. 3rd down and 7. Right around midfield coming up here for the Dolphins. Who do you got? Do you have the Steelers or do you have the Dolphins? Here we go. In the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Scanning the field. Empty backfield now. 2 seconds to the play clock. Tua takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up. Pressure coming. Has to get rid of it and does. And low throw. Looking for Darren Waller. Good coverage on the back end there for the Steelers. TJ Watt. No, it was Nick Herbig, rather. Breathing down his neck. Nearly got the sack there, but not quite. Let me get the chat underneath my face. Boop. All right. Here we go. Punt team coming onto the field now. Jake Bailey to kick it away. And it's going to be very caught and bounces right inside the goal line. Barely not being able to get knocked down inside the 5. So the 20-yard line is where Aaron Jones and the offense will start this next drive. All right, so the Steelers get the ball here, 0-0. 12:37 to go in the first quarter. So they'll start at their own 20. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening here on a Monday night. I'm going to get a quick thing of water. I'll be right back. What's up, Susan? How are you? Hey, Tim, how are you? Not too shabby. Ready for another game this evening? I know that some people are, as Pig said, no Jaden the rest of the year, which sucks. I mean, I do get it. They literally now are out of the playoffs with absolute zero hope. He already re-aggravated it once trying to get back in. I would like to see him play more, but if he's not healthy enough, he's not healthy enough. It is what it is. So, but we got two teams just on the outside of the playoffs looking in. Steelers right now 7-6. Actually, technically, they're in the lead of their division still, so it's a competitive division with them and the Ravens. 7-6 for the Steelers right now. 7-7 for the Ravens. Dolphins technically still potentially in the playoffs if they win. If they can stay alive. Single back formation. 3 receivers bunched to the right side. Takes the snap. Rodgers, play action, rolling to his right side, looking. Going to hit underneath immediately and is tackled immediately as Jonnu Smith for a 1-yard gain. It is Dotson who makes the quick tackle. Jonnu Smith, tight end, formerly with the Titans, then went over to the Patriots, now finds his way to the Steelers. 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 9. 2 receivers each way. Gainwell, the running back. Rodgers scanning the field in the shotgun. 4 down linemen for the Dolphins. Austin goes in motion, stays on the left side. Rodgers, 2 seconds to play clock, takes the snap, handoff to the right side is Gainwell. Gainwell will get tackled for just a 1.5-yard gain. That's all they give him. Douglas comes up and makes a tough tackle. So 3rd down and 8 now coming up for the Steelers. Probably Fitty. Here we go. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. At their own 22-yard line. Ooh, does get him to jump, but not enough. Now takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up, throws underneath, caught by Gainwell. Gainwell makes a move, and he's going to get tackled just shy of the 1st down marker. Will the Steelers get aggressive here at their own 29? Or will Mike Tomlin punt it away? It does look like the punting unit will come on here in a 4th and 1 situation. Not going to trust it. What up, Matt? I chose Dolphins because I want Steelers head coach to have 1 losing season. Yeah. So he would need to lose at least 3 more in their final 4. There's the kick from Waitman, and it takes a good bounce, but he's there to scoop it up. Is for the Dolphins. The return man gets it to the 30-yard line. And Chronic making the tackle. So it's now 1st and 10 at their own 29 as Marcus Washington was in on the return. Kind of sad about this situation that I can't just pause it and have it on the right spot anymore. The ads will periodically go away. Washington's win showed that Dan Quinn has not lost the locker room, and this team still has some fight in them. Yeah, I mean, it's huge. It's huge to keep it alive. We have 46 of you in the chat. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Definitely hit the like button early and often, helping the algorithms. Yeah, the Dolphins still have an outside chance at the playoffs here. Currently a game and a half behind. No, sorry, 2.5 games behind the Texans. So they need a lot of help. The best record Dolphins can get to is 10-7 if they win out. And they would need Houston max to win 1 more game. I don't know if that would even do it. Does it matter? Or do they need the Texans to lose out? Let's take a look here if we can figure that out quickly or not. So right now, this is the Dolphins. They will have the Bengals, Buccaneers, and Patriots. Did they play the Texans at all this year? No. So then I guess it would go to win amongst like opponents, which would be tough to figure that out. But the Raiders, Chargers, and Colts is who the Texans have left, and yeah, they're that would be pretty shocking if they lose those last three. I'm certainly rooting for the Colts to find their way back in. So it could be a Colts versus Houston to decide who gets into the playoffs. Right now, with both of them sitting at number 7 and number 8. If the Texans do, or if the Colts and Texans both win the next 2 games, it will then literally come down to that game because the Texans already beat the Colts, though. Then it's a split. Okay, it's interesting. Then I guess it goes against like opponents, too. Man, it's going to be competitive coming down the stretch of who actually gets in to the playoffs for that AFC. Same thing for the NFC, though. All right, we're back. I formation at their own 29-yard line. Hill goes in motion, takes a snap, handoff up the middle, cutting it straight ahead. Nice blocking. A-Chain doesn't even need to do much, just runs forward. And a gain of about 6 or 7 on the spot. 2nd down and 4. They're going to give him 6. Probably Fitty. I'm already forgetting why you would say that. What did I say that would make you say probably Fitty? 3 receivers to the left side. Single back formation. Tight end goes in motion to the fullback spot. Offset I formation to the right now. Tua puts a tight end in motion. Hill left to right. Takes the snap. Pitch play to the right. Is A-Chain. A-Chain has room into the second level. And he's going to get caught by Jalen Ramsey. Literally picked him up off the ground, saying, get your weight up. But it's now a 14-yard gain. A-Chain, 3 carries, 24 yards early in this game as they get back to about midfield is where their last drive stalled out. What up, Larry? All right, 1st and 10 for the Dolphins here. 10 seconds on the play clock as they break the huddle. 2 in the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield, takes a snap, play action, Tua looking, steps up, throws over the middle of the field, caught, Waddle, and Waddle will get a 1st down up to the 40-yard line. Down to the 40 as they cross midfield, 8.5 to go in the 1st quarter. Hey, Tim, what your family cooking for Christmas? On which event? We have like 6 Christmas events, something like that. I know we are doing what? Ham and mashed potatoes? Corn. There you go. And some cookies. I formation. Takes a snap. Play action. Looking. Pumping. Going deep down the left side. And it's intercepted! Asante Samuel Jr. getting the interception. And the Steelers will get the ball back at their own 19-yard line. So a beautiful drive brewing for the Dolphins ends in tragedy. With 7:54 to go in the 1st quarter, Steelers get the ball back. What's up, buddy? Hi. Can you come here? What's up? Got a little thing to chew it on. We're teething bad these days. Yeah, we are, aren't we? Mwah. Get the game going. What do you think? What do you think? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? We got a turtle. One of the turtles stuffed animals that we sleep with. Whenever he comes upstairs, he runs to his room and just reaches into the crib to make sure he has him. If there's one thing guaranteed every Dolphins game, is a Tua interception. Him shutting Jaden down was the right call, in my opinion. Yeah, it sounds like he wasn't healthy enough to play, and they're worried about re-injuring, so they shut him down. If that's the case, then it is the right call. Yeah, he came over to me, and actually, when I reached out, he reached back. Yeah. There's that future linebacker. That's right, Mr. No Neck, right? You have a neck over there? He loves commercials. Commercials are his like favorite thing. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's like they'll go from a movie, which I mean, some movies he likes, but then they'll go from a movie that he's not really interested in to a commercial break, and then he's like, watch as soon as the football game comes on, he's not gonna be caring. And I'll be so happy when finally get rid of Tua, turn the ball over. But it's okay. We're looking to dominate tonight, says Z-Man. Is he eating a roll of cookie dough? No, it's just like this foam thing. It's like a part of a bunch of shapes and stuff that you can stack and whatnot. So he likes to chew on it. All right, here we go. Under center is Aaron Rodgers. 3 tight ends on the left side. Single back formation. Rodgers scanning the field, takes the snap, pitch play to the left side for Warren. Warren cuts up, leaping over defender, and gets downed at about the 25-yard line. The ball does pop out, but it looked pretty clear that the ground caused the fumble. He looks just like Dad. Seems like a happy kid for sure. Yeah, he's definitely my little mini-me from some pictures of when I was a kid. No, certainly no switched at birth here. Just give A-Chain the ball and you win. He already had 24 rushing yards. I hear you. Handoff up the middle here for the Steelers. And it's a gain of 3 for Warren. So now 3rd down and 1 coming up with 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. All 15 interceptions versus zone defense. That's insane. I mean, why would you ever run man-to-man against Tua Tagovailoa with that kind of stat? You ready to go? All right. Have fun. And they're going to try to do a QB sneak, little tush push. There he goes, takes a snap, and he gets pushed. And he's close to the first down marker. And I think he's going to be short. They're going to mark him about a half-yard short. 6.5 to go in the first quarter. 4th and 1 at their own 28. Will they do it again? They did get a positive gain, but just not quite enough. What up, Billy? He was available, but oh well. Yeah. I don't know if Sasante would want to come here with a record, though. All right, here we go. They're going for it. Push again. Takes a snap, and there's the first down. Got it easily. So the Steelers will continue this drive just shy of the 30-yard line. See what Aaron Rodgers and company will do. 1st and 10. Their QB sneak is so hilarious. Rodgers just stands there. You may as well take him out. Yeah, I know, right? 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Steelers, 1st and 10. Goes into the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pumping. Going to set up the screen here to Gainwell. And Gainwell gets hit hard by Melifonwu. Melifonwu, hey. Where's KP in the chat? I'm pretty sure Melifonwu's from Illinois. Double check that. I'm pretty sure Melifonwu was the corner from Illinois, drafted to Detroit. No, he was Syracuse. Dang it. Really? He's the wrong orange team. Wrong orange. Never mind. All right. In the shotgun, empty backfield set, 3 receivers to the left side. 2nd and 10. I'm going to jump. Doesn't work. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, pumping, throws over the middle of the field, has his man caught, DK Metcalf, and Metcalf will get a nice gain across midfield to the 48-yard line of the Dolphins. DK Metcalf, added from Seattle this offseason. Aaron Rodgers, definitely, this has been his #1 target all season long. Nice throw in between that zone defense. Tua needs to take some notes. All right. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first. 3 tight ends on the right side. DK Metcalf one-on-one on the left. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Warren. Warren finds a hole and tries to break the tackle. Good job there. Wrapping him up there was Ashton Davis. Gain of about 5 or 6 depending on the spot. I would throw a high pass to Darnell Washington every play. He's huge. Yeah, 6'7" frame. Darnell Washington is huge body. They asked him in a podcast how much does he actually weigh. He said 300 plus pounds. Single back formation. Washington goes in motion left to right now. 3 receivers bunch to the right. A shift now. 7 seconds on the play clock. Gets reset. Takes the snap. Pumping. He's going to get it to Warren. Warren zigging and zagging. Nice shake and bake. But Jones comes up and makes the tough tackle. All right. The 3rd down and 3 now coming up at the 41-yard line. Good job there by Jones, making a very tough tackle when he needed it, for sure. All right. 3 receivers to the left side. Scanning the field. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick throw to the right side, and low throw for Austin. Incomplete. 4th and 3. As it currently stands, it's a 59-yard field goal for Boswell. Boswell, very good kicker for the Steelers the last few years. And now they're going to say go for it on this spot. Makes sense. Makes sense. Punting doesn't make a whole lot of sense here already at the Miami 41-yard line. See what they do this time. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Quick throw underneath. It'll be caught. Turns upfield. Gainwell. Pushed out of bounds. And it's a gain of 9 to the 32-yard line for the Steelers. Keeping the drive alive here. It's still 0-0. Now it's a 50-yard field goal in hand if that's the direction they end up having to go. Good quick decision there by Aaron Rodgers. He's always good for those. The experience matters. Getting the ball out quickly, letting his guys do the rest. Man in motion, left to right is Freiermuth. 3 receivers bunch to the right side now. Rodgers in the shotgun, takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Gainwell stiff arms a man, makes the next one miss, but good job there is Brooks to help clean it up. Tackle for a loss. Second and 11. 1:20 to go now in the first quarter. Gainwell will go to the sideline for a breather. Dylan Warren back in the game. And the shotgun is Rodgers. 2 receivers each way. Rodgers takes the snap. Blitz coming. Quick throw over to the right side. Gets it into the flat is Warren. Warren gets walloped there by Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson play in the wood. He was actually a guy that did not end up rushing the quarterback. Little fake. They did a corner, like a slot corner blitz on the other side. All right, 3rd down and 11 for the Steelers. The 51-yard field goal attempt in hand if they decide to go that direction in a cold weather game. 3 receivers to the left side. In the shotgun is Rodgers. Trying to get him to jump, doesn't work. Now takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking. Rodgers avoids it, rolling to his right, pressure, and he gets sacked. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what you could not have happen. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. And now they're going to have to punt or go for it on 4th and 20. I doubt they send Boswell on this kind of an evening for a 60-yard field goal attempt. So for now, it looks like we're going to stay at a 0-0 game as we go into the second quarter. All right, let's see here. Go to Weddle. Little Weddle games. Nobody scored yet thus far, but I just wanted to go with Calvin Austin. Why not? Calvin Austin the third. Not a whole lot of information. We're not a receiver. We are 5'10 or 5'11, so almost certainly a running back, not a quarterback. I was thinking it might be Bryce Young, but the number was too low there, and it's too the number's too high, and it's already pointing up, and then the age is too high, and it's pointing up. So we have an older running back, it looks like, that's 5'9", 5'10". 29 years older. How old? I don't think Jonathan Taylor's 29 yet. We're in the NFC anyway. So NFC older running back McCaffrey? Not McCaffrey. McCaffrey would have fit the bill across the board, but it wasn't him, unfortunately. Ooh, is it Montgomery? Montgomery's 28 years old. Okay, we are in the NFC North. Interesting. Oh, it's Jones. It's Aaron Jones. Yep, Aaron Jones Sr. Yep, there it goes. Yep, Lonte got it. Good job. Good job, Lonte. Dolphins defense is playing way better. I thought they can tackle. Yeah, they've made some good tackles, especially the corners. Corners have made a couple of nice plays. Destiny, I knew they were 1-6, started this win streak. We're on Destiny's plan to make the playoffs. If Tua turn the ball over, doesn't screw us, I got you. All right, here comes the punt from Waitman, trying to pin the Dolphins back deep. There's the kick. And it's going to bounce inside the 10, but takes a bad bounce directly into the end zone. And could not quite get there before it bounced in. Yeah. Uh-oh, we've reached that age. You streaming on Christmas? Potentially. We'll see. I told you we're hitting tonight since Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor, since we look dominant. We're signing JSU Fielder, the practice squad. Miami might trade up in Mendoza next year. He's from there. Ooh. Single back formation at the 20. And in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. And is Jalen Wright for a gain of just 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Dolphins. All right, 2nd and 8. Tight end goes in motion as Waller from right to left takes the snap. He's going to swing it out there to Waller. Waller gets the block down the left sideline and pushed out of bounds, but right at the first down marker. Malik Harrison in on the tackle. 1st and 10, Tua going with the no huddle. Signing Jay Fielder to the practice squad. Marino just bit too old. Yeah. Or maybe we can bring back Jay Cutler. Ooh. In the shotgun. 3 running backs in the backfield again here. Takes the snap. Hand off to A-Chain. A-Chain trying to bounce it outside to the left. Cuts it up. And he's going to get a gain of about 5 to the 35-yard line. 2nd down coming up here for the Dolphins with 13.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. Game is certainly flying by with a lot of runs, not a lot of scores. What are we up to now as far as... I feel like neither team is passing it a ton. Pittsburgh a little bit more balanced with 7 passes, 8 runs. Actually, both teams pretty balanced. Yeah, some screen passes also make it feel that way, that the ball's out quickly. Takes a snap out of the shotgun, handoff up the middle. Here is A-Chain, and A-Chain will fall forward for a gain of 3. Sets up 3rd down and 2. All right, 3rd down and 2 at their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers each way. Tua scanning the field. 12:15 to go in the 2nd. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping, stepping up, avoids the rush. Tua keeps it and slides forward for a gain. Oh, they're going to say he's just shy of the 1st down marker. 4th down and 1, and now the Dolphins will have a very similar situation. Do they get aggressive? Or will the Steelers come away with it? Tua Tagovailoa, if he dove instead of slid. Yep, he's clearly a half-yard shy. I mean, he's kind of half diving, half sliding. Not really committing to either one. Delay of game, and that's going to force the Dolphins to punt. Oh, no. Brutal! So, if they thought about going for it, it doesn't matter now. Who would dive for the 1st down, man? Yep. Didn't commit to dive. All right, here comes the punt from their own 34-ish. There's the punt. Bailey. Back to Austin. Oh, who gets crushed. And, oh, it looks like he did not call fair catch. So the the tackle is fair. Yeah, doesn't hit him in the head. No defenseless receiver or anything. So beautifully done. Great timing on the tackle. Didn't interfere. And that is where the Steelers will take over after the punt at their own 29-yard line. We have 54% of you picking the Steelers tonight. It is a bit of a pick'em game. I also, too, slightly favor the Steelers in this game. I feel as though Mike Tomlin effect, wanting to find a way to squeak into the playoffs and get that winning record. I just don't see it, especially with Tua Tagovailoa having what did they say, an 0-5 record with 40 and below? Weather? Either 0-5 or 1-5. Drawing a blank. Feed A-Chain. Yeah, A-Chain is a beast for sure. A-Chain is a beast. He's just so freaking quick. So quick. Yeah. Wore out. Are the Dolphins undefeated since they fired their GM or something? Yeah, I think they are on a win streak. They were talking about it. Yeah, they 1, 2, 3, 4. They started off, or they're 4 out of their last 4, and then 5 out of their last 6 after starting 1-6 on the season, fighting their way back. We're on it tonight. Offense will get there, but our defense is hitting tonight. Maybe woo WWE stuff. Some Ric Flair, like it. All right, here we go. Single back formation. 3 tight ends on the left side. Jalen Warren, the running back, takes the snap. He's going to get the ball on the pitch play. He's got room to run. Little step. Oh, the stutter step stiff arming. And he's going to get past midfield, but it's all for naught. Jonnu Smith gets called for the holding penalty, and that will move the Steelers back. Take a look. Does he get the holding call? Yep, he's a little bit outside. That's the key right there. You have to have your hands on the inside. As soon as your hands go on the outside and you grab like that and pull down, they're going to call that every single time. You got to stay inside the shoulder pads right near the nipples. All right. 1st and 20 at their own 19. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Quick throw underneath. It'll be caught. Turns upfield. And gets some of those yards back. Gain of about 7 to the 26-yard line. 10:24 to go. Yep. And then he went to the Jets. And he got hurt in 4 plays. That's how good the Jets are. Takes the snap. Rodgers going to throw underneath. It'll be caught. Turns upfield is Washington. And Washington spins off the tackler and fighting forward to a gain of about 10. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Steelers. Darnell Washington, massive human being, tough to bring down. Yeah, so he's listed at 6'7", 264, but he went on a podcast and they asked him, "No, how much do you really weigh? You look huge." He's like, "Not sure." He's like, "No, how much do you weigh?" He's like, 311. Yeah, huge dude. 2 receivers each way. Washington goes in motion left to right. Rodgers scanning the field. 2 seconds to the play clock. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Steps up. Has time. Tries to flip. No, the pocket collapses. Looked like it was decent protection for a half second. And then 92, Zeiler must have come in a stunt. Beautifully executed. Let's take a look. Yeah, he comes all the way from the left side of the offensive line to the right on that stunt, hitting the guard and then turns upfield. Oh, man, and Frazier loses him. Frazier should have stayed with him, but he thought he had to come over and peel back to help the left guard. There's the kick. Waitman. And it's going to be down at about the 31-ish yard line. So not the best of punts for the Steelers. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers. they had their next quarterback in the wings. So the Packers are one of the few teams that are weird that like almost nobody else does it. So they had now two back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks. They had Brett Favre. Well, Brett Favre was still playing, like he's not close to retiring, and then they drafted Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers sat for 4 years before he ever played. Yeah, so then he got into the game, and so they basically did the exact same to Aaron Rodgers with drafting Jordan Love. And it was a whole big rigmarole. So now it was like, okay, do we want to keep Rodgers, or are we now ready to move on? Rodgers went into like some sort of like dark room for days. Like he did some sort of therapy session thing where he literally went into like no light for 4 days, 2 days or something. Uh huh. Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to go to the Jets," because the Packers were also like, "Yeah, I think we're ready to move on." He was like, "All right, do I retire? Where do I want to go?" So he went to the Jets. Yeah, yeah. So that's how I ended up there. Did you used to get a lot of holding calls when you played, Tim? I got a couple of holding calls. One in particular always haunts me because I did not hold him. It's so annoying. I literally just punched his shoulder pad, and his shoulder pad popped up, and they were like, "Up, holding." And I was like, I I literally just punched him. Like there was no hold at all. But I wouldn't say I got a lot of holding calls, but yeah, I was certainly I wouldn't say I had zero. Is there any way we can get Darnell Washington? I want that dude. Yeah, he's a big mother trucker. And people think he's smart. Yeah. You got to throw it, Rogers? Yep. Yeah, now Jordan Love is their quarterback and he's actually playing well. Um and so they've only had three they've only had three starting quarterbacks in like 30 years. We've had three starting quarterbacks this year.
Well, I'm like, I couldn't even.
Yeah. In the shotgun. And in motion, Waller takes the snap, handoff up the middle to A-Chain. A-Chain will get tripped up after a gain of about 4 to the 35-yard line. Still 0-0 here with 8.5 to go in the second quarter. What is this? 6, 7. Oh, jeez. Tim said, and I quote, "I don't think it's actually possible to stop a man from getting to his spot by blocking." Say that. I said it's very difficult. Kind of what I said. I formation. Man in motion, Hill left to right. Takes a snap. Play action. Tua pumping. Throws it on the move and just gets rid of it out of bounds. Dulcich in the area. The 3rd down and 6 coming up for. I think what you like. I said that it's impossible to prepare for it. Right? You can go to the gym. You can do all the workouts you want. When another 300-pound dude wants to get somewhere, it's gonna take a toll on your body. He's not playing that well, Tim. Toyotathon is almost over too. Uh-oh. What up, Red? Hey, who do you think's winning tonight? I got the Steelers. But it's a coin toss game. All right. 3 receivers to the left. In the shotgun is Tua. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up. Tua rolling to his left side. Throws on the move. And caught! A-Chain! Good throw by Tua. And that's going to get across midfield yet again to the Steelers' 41-yard line. Will we finally see somebody be able to get some points? Last time the Dolphins were in the Steelers' territory, Tua threw it to the other team. Here we go. Offset I formation to the left side. Man in motion is Hill, right to left, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here Diving ahead for a gain of 4 is Ollie Gordon. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Dolphins. All right, 6:30 to go in the second quarter. And in motion to the fullback spot. I formation now. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Here's A-Chain. And we'll run straight ahead for a nice gain of 5. Brings up 3rd down and 1. That'll put them at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A 50-yard field goal in hand if that's the direction they want to go. Most likely, they're going to go for it here on 3rd and 1, especially in this cold weather. Not bring out the kicking unit for a 50-yarder. That's the right way to do it, Tim. Never have to worry about QB long-term success. Yeah. I mean, it certainly worked a bit for him. I mean, they had 2 quarterbacks back-to-back win a Super Bowl. Now will Jordan Love do the same? Pistol formation. Takes the snap. Handoff is Gordon, and Gordon gets tackled in the backfield. Patrick Queen flies through the hole, and he's going to get a tackle for loss, and now it's a 54-yard field goal. Ollie Gordon, a little shaken up on the play. Will the Dolphins, will they send out Riley Patterson for a field goal for a 54-yarder in this weather? I don't think so. So they might end up going for it as well on 4th and 5, and we might still remain at a 0-0 football game. A classic Steelers matchup. I guess somebody called timeout, or no, Gordon was injured, so the injury timeout. 63 of you in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Okay, Ollie Gordon limping off the field. Oh, he does have a wrap around that left ankle, and he planted on it pretty good. So it looks like he aggravated a potential ankle injury that was already there. They will send out Patterson for the 54-yard attempt from the left hash. Here we go. He's 5 for 11 with over 50-yard field goal. Mike McDaniel getting aggressive to get points on the board here. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is right down the middle, and it's fades to the right. It's good. Just inside that right upright and just over the crossbar. Good kick there by Riley Patterson, and we do have points here in Pittsburgh. 3-0, Dolphins on top. 5:11 to go in the second quarter. Can Aaron Rodgers and company get on the board? I believe the Dolphins did get the ball first this evening. Steelers could do a little double up here. Let me double check again. Yes, the Dolphins did get the ball first. So if the Steelers can have a nice sustained drive, ended in points, you could double up before Tua and the offense gets back on the field. Ooh, now 52% of you are picking the Dolphins. Back and forth over here. Back and forth. We're on it tonight. Our defense will not let us lose. I love the man of destiny over there. It definitely makes me want to root for the Dolphins now. You know, you're doing a great job. I don't particularly care who wins this game. I have no money involved, no real care. Steelers need this bad to be ahead of Baltimore. Yeah, a 7-7 game, or both teams would be 7-7. Do they play each other again? They do. The final game of the year. The Steelers will have the Dolphins and the Browns. Who will the Ravens have for that final matchup here? They will have the Patriots, Packers, and Steelers. Interesting. Interesting. Only two in the Bahan can screw it up. Mike's job's on the line. He loves Miami, Sunshine, and imagine if you were in the fantasy playoffs and you played Trevor Lawrence and Kyle Pitts, and you're just sitting there on your throne of lies, moving on to the next round. Like, I told you so. I'm the greatest. There's the kick from Patterson. Ooh, squib kick not going to get to the 20-yard line. So the 40-yard line is where the Steelers start this next drive. Here we go. He's done after this win or lose. We're done with Tua. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, you guys chose Tua over Brian Flores. The draft, we're getting a QB. This is not good for you to win like this. If you win a bunch of games, Tua's staying, dude. You're going to stay with Tua and Mike McDaniel. All right, here we go. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, quick throw to the right side. It'll be caught by Washington. Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith stays on his feet and goes out of bounds for a gain of 10. Up to midfield go the Steelers. Who was the worst head coach since 2020? What does that mean? Like record or just like opinion based? First and 10, single back formation. Rodgers scanning the field. Gotta get reset. 2 seconds, 1 second. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Warren. Warren straight ahead will push forward for a gain of about 3. 2nd and 7. Coach of the year, Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll is a good one. Wasn't the other guy, though, before Daboll, Joe Judge in the 2020s? Joe Judge was pretty bad. Joe Judge was bad. Let's see, who else? Didn't the Jets... Oh, you know who's really bad? Denver's Nathaniel Hackett. He was bad. In the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Play action, roll to his right, checks it down here to Washington, and Washington fighting forward for another Steelers first down, getting him to Miami's 34-yard line. Got to be Frank Reich? No, not Frank Reich. What about your coach? Eberflus? Yeah. He was pretty brutal for Chicago. Empty backfield set, 3 receivers to the left side. Rodgers scans the field. Takes the snap, blitz coming. Goes over to the left side, gets it to Gainwell. Gainwell turns upfield, and Gainwell will get pushed out of bounds right at the first down marker. Another first down and 10 coming up for the Steelers. Man, I would be scared to tackle him. Jonnu? Washington. Even if it was god-awful, but Reich was fired in this season by 2 different franchises. That was pretty... But wasn't it the Panthers that hired him or something like that? Like, that's unfair. Like, he got fired by the Colts, that's one thing. And then the Panthers would be the team to hire and fire a guy in the same season. Like, that's insane, right? Am I remembering right that? Wasn't Frank Wright the coach for the Panthers for a hot second? But I mean, that's an impressive stat. It is impressive. It's hard to beat that one. Oh, they have Adam Thielen now? I didn't realize that. Single back formation. 3 tight ends on the right side. Takes the snap. Pitch play to the right is Gainwell. Gainwell trying to find the edge, and Gainwell will turn upfield and get to the edge. It's a gain of about 4 to the Miami 20-yard line. Clock will stop with 2.5 to go here. No, the clock continues to run. That's right. In the first half, the clock doesn't stop when you go out of bounds until after 2 minutes. The 5-minute rule is only in the fourth quarter. All right, so they can run one more play before the 2-minute warning here if they get quickly. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Honestly, it doesn't make sense to me. I would not run a play here. Try to get him to jump, maybe. I would not call hike. Yeah, that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning here in Pittsburgh. 2nd and 6 for the Steelers, down by 3. See if they can score before the half. John McKay has to be one of the worst coaches. Who? John McKay wasn't a head coach this era. Wondering who's some of their bad head coaches. Was Bieniemy your head coach or OC? Or OC? People wanted him to be a head coach so bad. Who do you got coming out of the NFC this year? I think Chicago or Green Bay. Leaning Chicago after Green Bay Sunday. The NFC, I got the Rams. I've been saying the Rams for weeks. That like for I don't know since what week 4 I made my prediction. Other than the bad sacks, Rodgers looking good today. Yeah, I mean that sack was brutal though. It knocked him out of field goal range. Post chemo, Ron Rivera was a terrible coach. Ron Rivera, I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. Did he have a winning? I don't think he had a winning record for us. Right? Like the one year we won the division, we were 7-9. So yeah, we didn't even have a winning record, and he was here for 4 years. Brutal. I'm spelling a Bears versus Dolphins Super Bowl. The Ace Ventura Super Bowl versus Philly would be on our miracle run. You're smelling something. I don't think it's a Bears versus Dolphins Super Bowl. He did with Alex Smith, I thought. No. We were 7-9 in that 2020 year. Alex Smith was here, and then we let him go. Worst former NFL player, now NFL analyst. Got to be. Oh my gosh, face just went out of my head. Or his name, rather. I can see his face. Bearded, bald, black dude that's always talking. Got to be the worst. Yeah, but when 7-9 with Haskins playing, that's honestly more impressive than the Dolphins' undefeated season. 2 running backs in the backfield here. 2nd and 6. Takes the snap, pumping, setting up a screen here to Gainwell. Gainwell's got blocks, and he will find a crease and slip down just shy of the first down marker. 3rd down and 1. Before Alex had that bad injury, we're looking good. Yeah, we're 6-3, fighting with the Texans, who were also 6-3 at the time. No, sorry, 6-2, and then we lost that game to move 6. Could have been 7-2, I think. Right? Because that year we lost to the Colts, and then we lost to the Saints and the Falcons. So we were 6-3, and then fell to 6-4 with the Texans. But just in case that doesn't happen, I think Buffalo versus Chicago, snowball. Buffalo versus Chicago, that'd be an interesting one. Took break a leg to a new level, yeah. You had to protect your fibulas when you played in Washington, man. Whole time, best Washington QB with a horrific injury. Unfortunately, we have too many of those, don't we? All right, single back formation. And in motion is Thielen, stays on the right side. Takes the snap, pitch play to Warren. Warren will run straight ahead. No, he gets stuffed. And now it's 4th and 1. The clock stops with 1:46. The Dolphins will use their second timeout here. They want an opportunity to get more points before halftime. 4th and 1. I mean, you have a field goal in hand, but I would go for it. I feel like you got to. Josh McDaniels was a joke of a head coach. He was rough over there in Las Vegas. $1:46 to go in the second quarter. Arthur Smith was bad for the Falcons. All right, they're going under center with the QB sneak, and the tush push works. They get past it to the 14-yard line. Keep this drive moving. Yeah, ball comes out late, but they're definitely blowing the play dead. Now it is a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Plenty of time left. The Steelers will let this clock wind down to not give them the opportunity. Most hype coach for no reason, Matt Nagy with Mitch as QB. That was prior to 2020, though, right? That great year was back in, what, 2018? Who was the Browns coach when they lost every game? I can see his Brown. Was his last name Brown? All right, 1st and 10. Dolphins use their final timeout with 1:28 to go here in the second quarter. Single back formation. Man in motion is Thielen right to left. Takes the snap. Play action. Rolling to his left side. Rodgers has time. Pumping. Going to check it down underneath. It'll be caught by Gainwell. And Gainwell will get out of bounds just at the 4-yard line and get a fresh set of downs. 1st and goal from the 4 with 1:21 to go in the second quarter. Steelers have to run the ball in this next play. Have to, in my opinion. If they score, great. If not, the clock will continue to run. I even like a fullback run. I would go heavy formation, I formation, fake the pitch to Warren, and fullback run up the gut. It was Hugh Jackson, not Brown. It was Hugh Jackson. That's it. Two receivers each way. Washington in motion, takes a snap. Pitch play to Gainwell. Gainwell slips the first tackle, and he's going to... Oh, no. Oh, I think his... Oh, is his leg okay? There's a flag. I think it's going to be a face mask. So it'll remain a 1st down. But now it's at the 2-yard line. I hate when guys get rolled up like this. It's so weary. But yeah, definitely a face mask. Pretty clear there. It looks like Gainwell got up and he's okay. All right, 1st and goal. Don't pitch it. Run up the middle here. Rodgers scanning the field. It's got to be a run here. It's got to be. You got to have this clock run down. You're giving the Dolphins too much time. 3 receivers to the right. 3 seconds to the play clock. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Warren. Warren will get tackled at about the 1-yard line. So 2nd and goal. Dolphins excited about not letting that touchdown score, but honestly, it probably would have preferred. But this is really good news for the Steelers. You wanted to run, get down at the 1-yard line. Beautifully executed, because now you'll have 3 plays to punch it in, but you're going to let this clock run under 40 seconds at least. All right, 2nd and goal. Rodgers scanning the field. 45 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Rodgers, 4 seconds to the play clock. Now takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Warren, and Warren this time will fight forward. Not quite there. But the clock will continue to move. Plenty of time left. Steelers still have their 2 timeouts. They just got to punch it in. This is exactly what the Steelers wanted, as long as it ends in points. Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington. Little lackadaisical there on the block. Not getting there in time. All right. So the Steelers will use their 2nd timeout with 21 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This is perfectly executed so far of a nice 5-minute drive coming from the Steelers. They had a 5 minutes and 11 seconds when they got the ball. The 4-minute and 50-second drive thus far with 21 seconds remaining. Beautifully done. Do you think it's a good move? They are shutting down Daniels for the year. I kind of do. It's been a bad year. I think we should just back up and punt. I think it's just a matter of that he's not healthy. If he was healthy, I would still want him to play. 3rd down and goal here for the Steelers. Only 21 seconds remain in the half. They're going to go with the tush push. This takes the snap, the handoff. Oh, sorry, not the handoff, but the push is in. The brotherly shove. And he gets in. The other Pennsylvania team using the Philadelphia famous tush push several times tonight thus far. And Connor Hayward will punch it in with 17 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Extra point away to make it a 7-3 game. You know, every OC is waiting for the halfback screen on 3rd down. Yeah, that. No, that was just Eric being me. All right, here's the extra point attempt. The snap, the hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. And it's 7-3 now. Steelers on top with 17 seconds. Dolphins have no timeouts. We'll see if they get aggressive, or are they going to be content to kneel it and go into halftime. Wow, we literally have a 50-50 vote right now in the chat. Nobody knows who's going to win this game. Poll there, though. Thank you for voting in the poll. Don't close what? I liked it that it was 50. Just to mess up the fitty-vitty. You gonna vote the Dolphins? Takes as I do. What, you know who's going to win the game? True. And TJ Watt. Goodell gave me the script. Please share, my friend. I think who has the script is Z-Man. Z-Man's been talking about the team of destiny all night, talking about the Dolphins are going to make the Super Bowl. Talking about some Ace Ventura Bowl or something. You're not going to like it, Tim. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, here comes the kick from Boswell. There it is. Boswell will kick it into the end zone for a touchback. The 35-yard line is where the Dolphins will start. Do they try to get aggressive here? With a kick at the 35, let's just add that up. Let's see. 35 would be a 65, 8, 3 plus 10, 83. So it's an 83-yard field goal where they currently sit. So you would only need like a 25-yard pass out of bounds to give them a 58-yard kick attempt. I mean, it's not that crazy to at least give it one go, but the problem is you do have Tua turn the ball over, as you guys said in the chat. So maybe you would end up throwing a pick. Maybe not a good idea to try to launch it. They do go into the shotgun. And in motion is 18. Takes a snap. Hand off to A-Chain. A-Chain trying to bounce it outside. Turns upfield. And he will get tackled for a loss. Sorry, just kidding. For a gain of 7. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Devon A-Chain, if you have him on your fantasy team, that was friendly. Give you a few extra yards for you. Give you an extra carry. So, here we are. Steelers 7. Dolphins 3. Let's take a look here at the first half stats. Aaron Rodgers right now. 13 of 14, 105 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Sacked twice for 16 yards lost. Tua Tagovailoa, 5 for 8, 61 yards, no touchdowns, but he did have the interception. Leading running back in the game, the leading rusher is Devon A-Chain, 8 carries, 49 yards. Jalen Warren leads the Steelers with 8 carries for only 20 yards. Connor Hayward has 4 carries, 4 yards, and a touchdown, all with the tush push. Leading receiver in the game is Kenneth Gainwell with 6 catches, 41 yards. And A-Chain leads the Dolphins with 2 catches, 23 yards. Tacklers, we have Jordan Brooks leading all tacklers with 8, including has a sack and another for a tackle for loss. Patrick Queen has 5 tackles, 2 of them for a loss for the Steelers, leading them. The other sack coming from Zach Zeiler on that nice stunt. Asante Samuel Jr. was the one that got the interception against Tua. Kicking wise, you have 1 for 1 on field goals for Patterson, 1 for 1 extra point for Boswell. Team stats here. We got first downs, 10-5 in favor of the Steelers. Steelers right now 1 for 7 on third down, 3 for 3 on fourth down. The Dolphins 1 for 4 on third down, no fourth down attempts thus far. Total yards of offense, 116 to 113 in favor of the Steelers. Penalties, not a whole lot. 3 penalties, 6 yards against the Dolphins. 1 for 10 yards against the Steelers. Time of possession, 17:48 to 12:12 are in favor of Pittsburgh. And the first half stats are there, presented to you by me. 7-3. Head over to the immaculate grid. Not very many times we're doing that. thing. Never mind, YouTube glitching. Weird. Okay. Dolphins undefeated since Tua said he wanted to play in Jerusalem for an NFL game. All right, here we go. Let's do this immaculate grid thing, shall we? All right, across the top we have the Steelers and the Broncos Hall of Fame, and then down the left side we have the Dolphins, Bills, and Giants. Uh-oh. Hi. Hi, my other son. My second born. How are you? You got more dinosaurs on this tonight. No smaller dinosaurs, though. What's up, fat boy? What's up, guys? You say hi. Hi. The chunky guy. What's up, chunky guy? Mwah. Love you. All right, here we go. Steelers and Dolphins. That's Minka, right? That's Minka. 41%. Broncos and Dolphins. That's Chubb. Bradley Chubb there. Dolphins. We got to go Dan Marino. 63%. Love to see it. We have Steelers and Bills. Steelers and Bills. Huh. Oh, Mitch. Mitch Trubisky. Didn't Mitch Trubisky play for the Steelers for a second? Am I crazy on that? Maybe I'm crazy on that. Hold on. Let me come back to that one. This one is Emmanuel Sanders. Actually, Sanders could be on both of those. Emmanuel Sanders. All right. Hall of Fame, Buffalo. Bruce Smith, right? Got to be a Hall of Fame. He was. I know he ended in Washington, but he was a Bills player for a long time, right? Why am I second guessing myself? Yeah, there we go. Didn't feel right. Anyway, Giants and Steelers. This is Plaxico Burress. 49%. OJ Simpson. Oh, would have been a good one for the Bills there. But okay. Broncos Giants. Broncos Giants. Me and yours the same one. Yes, he did with the Bills and Steelers. Okay, Mitchell Trubisky did play this. Trubisky. Yeah, there we go. And then Broncos Giants. Giants. Giants in Hall of Fame has to be David Tyree. Yeah, that's funny. The catch is probably in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think David Tyree made the cut. Giants Hall of Fame. Not Eli yet. Lawrence Taylor, probably the most one. All good. Cowboys Ness. Us to beat the Eagles, right? Need us to beat the Eagles, yeah. Let's go. Yeah, the Giants. Because I don't think like Tiki Barber never made that right. Or nobody in that era. I don't think. Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan would have been a good one, but Lawrence Taylor's got to be up there. 50%. And then the last one is now Broncos and Giants. Broncos and Giants. Hmm. Man, I don't know if I have one here. Broncos, Giants. Hmm. I don't know. Anybody have a good one here? I'm struggling to think of a single good one. Like I don't even have like an easy answer. Like I'm. There it is. That's the answer. Russell Wilson. That's it. There's got to be another quarterback, but Russell Wilson's a good one. Yeah, that's 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 clearly the most obvious one, and I was just drawing a blank. Can I think of another quarterback then that maybe played for both? Um, who played? Anybody else? Russell Wilson's for sure a good answer. Tyler, Tim Tebow, Steve accounts, Manning. Yeah, just. Oh, Pig's got a good one. I think Pig's got a good one. Hold on. Did Drew Lock play? Did Drew Lock play for the Giants? My boy Drew Lock. Drew freaking Lock. I think Drew Lock and Sean Payton would have been a heck of a combo. I think if those two were going at it early together, I think we could have had an interesting. But unfortunately, he had freaking Vic Fangio, and he chose. Who was it again that he chose? It wasn't Tyrod, right? It was somebody had no business choosing over Drew Lock. It was not even a good player. It was just a game managing quarterback, whoever it was. Drew freaking Lock. Where is Drew Lock right now? He's a backup for the Seahawks right now. Dude, is he actually the second quarterback? He essentially has Drew Lock right now. Drew Lock's second. Imagine. Seahawks make the playoffs. Sam Darnold gets hurt, and Drew Lock comes on a tear like Nick Foles and wins the Super Bowl. Oh my. I'm rooting for the Seahawks now, as long as Sam Darnold gets hurt. I mean, he doesn't have to get hurt, but he has to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't root for injuries, but I'm rooting for an injury here. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing against Sam Darnold. You know, like it's just Sam Darnold. You're in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Okay, like you have to give my boy Drew a chance. You know, maybe a broken pinky on his throwing hand or something. Can't play, man. Can't play. Um, he'll recover no problem, but he's out for 2 months. So. And for the memes, he wins the Super Bowl by scoring like only field goals or something. And the only touchdowns they get are from their defense, pick sixes. I would still talk smack like Drew Lock's that dude. His accuracy issues pop up, and Jackson Smith and Jigba all of a sudden goes from leading the league in yards to like 2 catches, and they're both screen passes. All right, so Steelers will get the ball to start this half, up 7-3. What happened to Sam Howell on the Seahawks? I have no idea. Sam freaking Howell. Wasn't he on Minnesota for a hot second? He's on the Eagles. Oh, that's right. The Eagles traded for him. I think Sam Howell ended up in Minnesota this offseason, then the Eagles traded for him, I think. All right. 15 minutes to go here in the third. All right, here we go. Patterson to kick it away to get the second half started. Here it is, and we're off like a herd of turtles. Started about the 6-ish yard line by Warren. Warren runs straight ahead and tripped up at about the 28-yard line. So that is where the Steelers start this first drive of the second half. Maybe he would replace Jaden Hurt. Oh, sorry. Yo, imagine Sam Howell versus Sam Howell versus Drew Lock in the NFC Championship. The memes. Single back formation. Getting the field. Get him to jump. Resets. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Here is Warren cutting it to the right side. Slips the first tackle. Still going. Pushing the pile for a gain of about 5 or so. The 24-yard line. It is Jalen Hurts, but you still spelled it wrong. I appreciate the effort there, Tom. All right, in the shotgun is Rodgers. Scanning the field. Rodgers. 3 receivers to the left. Shift. 2 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Handoff. Up the middle here is Warren. Warren trying to find a crease and does. He'll get a gain of about 4. So just shy of the first down marker here. Coming up for the Steelers. Jalen is one of those names. Oh, wait. Quick snap. Handoff up the middle here. And they hurry up to the line very quickly and get the first down is Warren. Wasted absolutely no time. Now it's first down and 10. 25 seconds left on the play clock. Into the huddle, Aaron Rodgers dialing it up. Three receivers to the right. Rodgers in the shotgun. DK Metcalf one-on-one, takes a quick snap, handoff up the middle is Gainwell. Gainwell cuts it to the right side. Gainwell bounces off a tackler down the right sideline, and Fitzpatrick will be there to knock him out of bounds. And it's a big gain to the Miami 22-yard line. 1st and 10 Steelers as they're back in field goal range. Oh, DK Metcalf and Jones going back and forth. Jones not backing down. DK Metcalf just keeping his head high, walking away from him. Oh, and wow, how did he stay on his feet? He stepped on his own lineman's foot and still turned it into a 40-plus yard gain. All right, 22-yard line is where the Steelers are now. Just over 12 minutes to play in the third quarter. This is still the opening drive of the second half. Steelers have a 4-point lead, 7-3, and they extend it. Single back formation, bunched up, heavy formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Gainwell. Gainwell stays on his feet. Tough guy to bring down, but he does get tripped up after the second guy for a gain of about 2, maybe 3, depending on the spot. Looks like they're going to give him about the 19.5-yard line. Just inside the red zone, go the Steelers. I never learned to read white noise. Oh, so me and you are just the same. And this is where the Dolphins fall apart. Uh-oh. Put up 70, Chip. Why I don't like our black uniforms. They look like the Steelers. Yeah. All right, single back formation. And in motion here, right to left. Now back to the right. Go back, takes the snap. Play action. Rodgers looking. Steps up. Has time. Floats it to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Valdes-Scantling. He comes in, scores the touchdown, and the Steelers extend their lead now 13-3, pending an extra point. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He's been a traveling man, bouncing around to a few teams, now finds his way on the Steelers and gets a big touchdown here. What is Valdes-Scantling's stats this season? Is that his first catch of the year? He's got 4 catches, 40 yards. So he basically increased his, finally got a touchdown. Got 50% of his yards right there in one play. And just like that, he's relevant again. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. Steelers now up 14-3 with 11:20 to go in the third quarter. That was a frozen rope from Rodgers, literally. Yeah, it's cold outside. And he slung it in there. Beautifully done. MBS does have a bunch of reps with Rodgers, though. I guess he started back in the Packers, didn't he? He was on the Jets and then the Chiefs. I guess originally he was on the Packers. Hey, I forgot about that. I remember the Jets and the Chiefs, but yeah, he was on the Packers originally, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. Been around since 2018. Also had a stint. Well, I didn't know these. Oh, wait. He never was on the Jets. Sorry, that was Alan Lazard that went to the Jets, not Valdes-Scantling. He was on Buffalo, Saints, and San Francisco. Now on the Steelers. I thought he was one of those receivers that went over to the Jets once Rodgers did. Not looking good, too good for the Steelers and the Ravens. Yeah, they play each other one more time. I don't know if that's going to matter in the end. Like, let's say the Steelers have a 1-game lead going into that game. I wonder if the tie would matter. I'm not sure. Another no-name receiver that torches us, yeah. Scantling is also like deceptively tall. He's like 6'4". Yeah, 6'4", 206. Like when you watch him play, he doesn't feel like he's a 6'4", 206 guy. An AFC championship game of Rodgers versus Phillip Rivers would be hilarious too. Not looking good for your team, the Chiefs. Oh, the Chiefs are out. They've been officially eliminated. So there's the kick from Boswell, and he will not get it to the 20-yard line. So another flag on not getting it into the landing zone. So now with 11:20 to go in the third quarter, the Dolphins will get it at their own 40-yard line. Can they make a game out of this? Wow. Aaron Rodgers apparently announcing that this will probably be his last season. Heard that before, though, huh? I feel like every Green Bay receiver is 6'4", 200, fast as a cheetah. All right, into the pistol. Now shifts into the single back here. A-Chain, the running back. And in motion, takes a snap. Hand off to A-Chain. A-Chain will get swallowed up on that one by Hayward for a gain of just 1. Tom Brady comes out of retirement when Rodgers gets hurt. 2 oldest quarterbacks ever in the playoffs. Apparently, Tom Brady is not allowed to come out. I think Tom Brady would if he was allowed. I think that's why he became an owner, so that he's literally not allowed to. All right, 2nd and 10 here for the Dolphins. In the shotgun is Tua. Man in motion left to right. Takes the snap, looking to throw, pumping. It was all the way back to his check down to Ingold. And Ingold will get a gain of about 4 to the 44-yard line. 3rd down and 6 coming up. We have Rodgers, Flacco, Brady, Rivers. What is this, 2010? Yeah, exactly. I mean, probably more like 2012, but yeah. And 07 to go here in the third quarter. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Takes a snap, looking, Tua, rolling to his left, pumping, and he's going to get sacked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers with a big-time sack when they needed it. And it's 4th down and a punt ensuing. Ramsey with the cornerback blitz coming out of the slot. Beautifully done. The Ingold misses him. Ingold did not need to down block there with Wilson. And Ramsey becomes the free rusher. Good coverage on the other side. Bang, sack. There's the snap. There's the kick from Bailey. Austin back to receive. Caught about the 14. He's got room to run. Cutting it towards the middle. Spinning. And gets brought down at the 23-yard line. 9:06 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Already up 14-3. Unfortunately, Flacco's not going to make the playoffs, though. That's the sad part, huh? I wonder what the rules are on cutting somebody right now. Can you even cut somebody this late in the season? Like to the point where somebody else could pick them up? I wonder if there's rules around that. Pittsburgh minus 10.5, looking good. Bit dangerous. Not. It doesn't feel bad when you say that. To me, it feels bad because it's like that's something that I would bet, and then it would just fall apart immediately. Fifty of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. All right, here we go. Three receivers bunch to the right side. In the shotgun, Rodgers scans the field. Washington goes in motion right to left. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looking, quick throw over the left side. Caught by Metcalf. Metcalf shaking and baking, but he ends up getting tackled by Chubb. Oh, no. What the heck? How am I that far behind? They're on 4th and 3 already? When did I get that far behind? In the shotgun, takes a snap. Quick throw to the right side. Caught by Washington, and Washington will dive ahead for a gain of 2. That's up 3rd down and 3. I have to reset my app or something. That's crazy. It just slowly gets you more and more behind, the more it does this. It's so annoying. Takes a quick snap. Rodgers looking, going deep down the right sideline. Incomplete. Looking for Valdez-Scantling. And they will call defensive penalty, too many men on the field. All right, I'm resetting my app. So it's going to be an automatic first down there for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers doing what he's always done best, getting the defense with too many men on the field. All right, single back formation, 2 receivers each way. Rodgers scans the field. Puts a man in motion is Freiermuth from left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Gainwell. Gainwell skipping through the line and has a nice crease. And he gets a gain of 10. And another first down for the... No, they're going to say he's just shy of the first down marker. Okay. The 2nd and 1 now coming up for the Steelers with 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Three receivers bunch to the left side. Steelers going with the hurry-up offense again. Takes the snap, handoff to Gainwell, straight ahead. Gainwell will get the first down, still going. Gets across midfield, down to the 47-yard line. Gainwell's running really well tonight. And it's 7 carries, 62 yards for Gainwell. That last name is clearly very apt to the night. Hurry up offense again here for the Steelers. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Rodgers looking, pumping, checks it down. Caught by Gainwell. Gainwell fall down for a gain of 4 to the 43-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up. The clock continues to move. Rodgers pulling out the old quick snap. He knows all the tricks. That's right. 2nd and 6. 2 receivers each way. Rodgers scanning the field. To change the protection at the line, slowing it down now. Rodgers gets set. Trying to get him to jump. Doesn't work. Looked like the receiver actually jumped, but he didn't. They didn't call it, rather. Takes the snap. Rodgers throws over the middle. And, oh! Almost intercepted. Diving catch for Brooks. Barely did not work. It looked like he may have had a shot, but yeah, definitely falls out of his hands as he hits the ground. Ooh, that would have been an insane interception. Miami hates the cold, true. .6:39 to go in the third. 3 receivers to the left. Rodgers has Warren motion back in the backfield. Looks like man-to-man defense coming from the Dolphins. And the Steelers will call timeout here. I guess they didn't have a good play against man-to-man. Dude, this is annoying, man. ESPN's having freaking highlights pop up, and now I'm going to get flagged for freaking... Come on, man. I don't have freaking random... Like, this is for ads, not for freaking highlights. I get freaking tagged for that. That's so annoying. All right, 3rd and 6. Aaron Rodgers having a nice night so far. What's he up to? 17 for 19. 3rd and 6 here. Empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the left. Gainwell kind of out wide, still back like he's a running back. Now he motions back into the backfield. Now he's going to go into the tight end spot on the right. Takes the snap. Rodgers looking to throw. Quick throw over the middle. Wide open is Freiermuth. An easy pitch and catch for a first down. The Steelers continue to move the football. Already up 11. Looking to extend it. Scroll down a little on ESPN. Doesn't show about current drive. Yeah, it's doing game highlights again. Monday night always does that. It's annoying. All right. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hand off to the right side is Gainwell. Gainwell cutting it up the middle and will get tackled for a loss by Mika Fitzpatrick. Loss of 1 on the play. Clock continues to move here with under 6 minutes to go in the third. Still plenty of time for the Dolphins, but it's a really nice drive brewing here for the Steelers. Five and a half to go in the third now. 2 receivers each way. A shotgun. Jonnu motions out wider to the left. Rodgers scans the field. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking, pumping. Steps up. Dancing around in the pocket. Now throws it downfield in the area of Freiermuth. It will hit the ground harmlessly. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Steelers. They're at the Miami 28-yard line, so it would be a 46-yard field goal in hand if they want to go that direction. Right? 5:06. 3rd and 11. 3 receivers to the left. Rodgers scanning the field. The play at the line. Takes a snap. Looking to throw to the left. Steps up. Throws over the middle of the field. And it's going to be caught. Is Metcalf. And he just shrugs off a defender. And Metcalf finds a way into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. Absolute monster of a human being. I mean, he just throws Minka Fitzpatrick to the ground like he's a child. And then he stiff arms another man as he runs into the end zone. Wow, DK Metcalf. Big touchdown to now put the Steelers up 17, pending an extra point. All right, the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And he nearly threw a pick, too. Rodgers just zips it in there, right in front of the defender. And the Steelers have a commanding lead now, 21-3. And the Ravens do anything. Wow, look how close to that was to interception. Man, DK Metcalf will stiff arm you, throw you to the ground, and then give you a shake and bake. Man, he's looking like a Derrick Henry with wiggle out there. Minka ran his mouth. DK ran into the end zone. That's hilarious. Okay, where's the, like, how do I do, like, the ad blocker or something? Like, what do I gotta do? I don't know. This is annoying. Because now, it ruins the whole thing. Dolphins versus Steelers Gamecast. Let's see if we can use somebody else. Not Gamecast. Fox Sports is any good? No. Yahoo Sports sounds awful. Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. New York Times, they cost money. USA Today? No. I already know ESPN's annoying. Yes, Sports. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, showing highlights is absolutely killing me. It's one thing if it was ads, but the highlights, dude, like that can shut it down. This game can get out of hand fast. I hear you, man. I hear you. All right. You're 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. 21-3. Tagovailoa coming back onto the field. The Dolphins need to win this to keep their playoff hopes alive. Otherwise, they would be eliminated just like the Chiefs were. Steelers doing this without Watt. Yep. There's the kick from Boswell. Back to receive here at the 12-yard line. Running straight ahead, and he will get tackled. Is Eskridge at the 28-yard line. So that's where the Dolphins start this next drive. Steelers need to beat the Packers. Bears just need to win out, dude. Just win all your games and you're good. Excuse me. All right, in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Quick throw over to the left side. It'll be caught by A-Chain. A-Chain turns the field. Turns up now. Zigging and zagging. Not much there. He will lose 2 yards at the play. 2nd and 12 coming up here for the Dolphins. I mean, the Ravens need to beat the Packers. Yeah. 4.5 to go in the third. Right now, the Dolphins have negative 10 yards in the third quarter. -10. All right, pistol formation here. Jalen Wright, the running back. What is this stupid formation? Man in motion is A-Chain from left to right. Takes a snap. Quick throw over to the left side, and it's nearly intercepted by Highsmith. And it's now 3rd down and 12. I think I'm sniffing a sack fumble here. I think we're about to see 28-3 this next play. Sack, fumble, touchdown. Sometimes you have one of those feelings, right? Is it a real feeling, or is it the leftover pizza from last night? Let's see what happens. All right. 3rd and 12, 4:03 to go in the third. 3 receivers to the right. Tua takes a snap, looking to throw. Tua stepping up. Has time. Rolls to his left. Stepping up. Has time. And sacked. There comes the sack from Wilson. Not a fumble, though. And it's now 4th down, and the Steelers will be the Steelers will get the ball back as they force Miami to punt. What up, Coach Lombard? How are you? How do you feel about Jaden being shelved for the rest of the season? Are you optimistic about the Philly game? Not particularly optimistic about the Philly game, that's for sure. But I'm fine with it as long as he's not healthy. I mean, if he's not healthy, it is what it is. If he was healthy, I would want him to play. But it doesn't seem like his elbow is. Going to be caught at the 29-yard line. Turns field is Calvin Austin, and Austin will dive ahead at the 33, 34-ish yard line. And there's a flag, though, on the play. We'll see what it is. Peyton Wilson. Was that the first-round pick for the Saints? No. Who am I thinking of? That first-round pick that they drafted out of nowhere. Wasn't his name Peyton something? I don't even know if they still have him. Peyton Turner. It was Peyton Turner. That's who I was getting him confused with for a second. Yeah, Peyton Turner. That's it. Sucks that TJ had a collapsed lung. Glad it wasn't more serious. And that's wild. That collapsed lung. I had forgotten what happened to TJ Watt, but as soon as you said that, I do remember, and I saw that picture where, like, they were talking about a collapsed lung, and it's literally like how much smaller it gets than the other. It's creepy. This is why you put the game in A-Chain's hands. A-Chain should have way more carries with the way they're playing. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, he started off the game well, but, I mean, then the Steelers just took over. They had that 5-minute drive before the half. Then they got the ball back and scored. I mean, they scored 14 points before the Dolphins even got the ball back. Like, remember that. Then they had a quick 3-and-out, and then the Steelers scored again. So, like, the Dolphins were moving the ball a bit. Tua threw that pick. So, I mean, I hear you that you want to get the ball to A-Chain more, but they didn't have a whole lot of opportunity. I mean, A-Chain had like 60% of the touches before the Steelers went on that 5-minute drive. I just want Super Sunday in my lifetime. I was born in the later 80s. I grew up with Marino, McDuffie, Chris Chambers, then Ricky Williams. Everyone, all my Dolphins love and just break my heart. I hear you, man. I feel that. All right, here we go. In the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Play action. Rodgers rolling to his right. Going to check it. Oh. Checks it to Darnell Washington, who does not catch the football. I'm sorry, dude. In 2025, if you're a guy that catches passes, you got to be wearing gloves. Gloves are a cheat code, man. You got to be wearing gloves. You cannot have pride and say, "Oh, I don't need gloves. This is no, I'm better than gloves." No, dude. This is 2025. You have to use every best option you have available, and gloves are an absolute cheat code that you're allowed to use in the NFL. 2 receivers each way, single back formation. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Here's Warren. Warren will fall forward for a gain of 1. 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Steelers. But especially in cold weather, you do not need these cold, crusty hands trying to catch footballs. And I understand you can catch. You don't need gloves to catch. Blah, 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 blah. They're a cheat code. Put the gloves on your hands. 2.5 to go to the third quarter. 3rd down and 8. Empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the left side. Blitz looks like it might be coming here from the Dolphins. The snap. Here comes the blitz. Quick throw underneath. Caught by Freiermuth. Freiermuth turns upfield, and Freiermuth gets hit hard. A yard shy of the first down marker. Will the Steelers continue to try to pour it on here? Oh, the flag comes out. What's the flag going to be? Oh my gosh, it's a penalty on the Dolphins, and they give them the free first downs. Yikes. McDaniel's just shaking his head saying no. But unfortunately for him, I don't think he's getting out of this. Taunting. Defense number 20. First down, move the chains. I get older, I see KC fans crying about their run. Man, I just want one appearance before I die. I was a newborn baby when Marino lost his only one to Montana. Been Dolphins fan since 90. Yeah. And they get new gloves each quarter, right? Makes me sick, man. I love to vent. Otherwise, I'll take my Dolphins, burn it, but not dumb. Just have a garage sale, get rid of everything. That is sickening. I don't know, dude. Just stick with your team, man. Don't sell everything. Don't get rid of everything. It's important to you. It makes sense. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Free first down for the Steelers. Single back formation at their own 43-yard line. Clock continues to move. Yellow, yellow, says Aaron Rodgers. Takes the snap. Handoff. Up the middle is Gainwell, who bounces it all the way to the backside of the right. And he's going to get a nice gain of about 8 yards as he crosses midfield yet again. Steelers draining this clock. Perfectly executed. Dude, this is BS, bro. Just take the hit and leave it there. Why are you talking stuff? Yeah, I don't know. It's... whatever. 3 receivers to the left in the shotgun here. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Gainwell. Gainwell will move the pile for a gain of 3. That'll be enough for the first down. Move the chains yet again. They only have to run one more play before the end of the quarter. All right. Rodgers in the shotgun. 3 receivers punch to the right side. Man in motion. Freiermuth right to left. 2 receivers each way now. Takes the snap. Play action. Rodgers looking. Rolling to his right. Flag on the play. Pumping. And he's going to keep it and go out of bounds near the 3-yard line. Clock will stop with 20 seconds on the clock. Number 73 for the Steelers looks like Big Mo from RU. Yeah, I can see that. All right, what's going on? Legal shift, offense. Number 88. So moving back 5 yards, 1st and 15. Oh, the clock will continue to run anyway, so we will get to the end of the third quarter. Steelers 21, Miami 3. Go to Weddle hard mode here. All right. Let's go with Metcalf. He scored that tough touchdown. That was fun. And as Selena says, DK Baby Cow. Met Baby Cow. All right, so we are not on offense. We are 6'2", 6'3" on either defense or special team. 25 or 26 years old with a low, all right, with a number higher than 6. Could be just about anybody here. But we are in the NFC. I mean, right off the rip, Micah. Oh, he wears number 1 now, not 11. We are on Green Bay? Okay. So then this is, would this be Rashawn Gary or would this be Walker? Quay Walker? No, it's Gary. Pretty sure it's Rashawn Gary. That no? I thought Gary might have been older, but I didn't think he was that old. Who the heck is it? It's a defensive lineman. Not Kenny Clark, of course. Oh, is it that other Georgia Bulldog? Oh, hold on. It's a Georgia Bulldog. Wyatt. Is it Wyatt? No. I thought his last name was Wyatt. I'm pretty sure it's that Georgia Bulldog that they drafted the same year. They drafted 2 guys in the first round from Georgia, and it's the other one. That's not Quay Walker. I thought it was Devontae Wyatt or something. Crap. Who the heck was that? Oh, that's gonna bug me. In the 7 stages of grief, I feel that. Oh, is it Wyatt with an I? No. Crap. Is that not his name? Okay, I'm looking up the Packers depth chart. Why did I think it was Devontae Wyatt? What's his name? Is he hurt right now? Rodgers in the shotgun. It is Devontae Wyatt, but he's hurt, so he's not an option. So it's going to be Carl Brooks. Takes a snap, quick throw to the left side, caught by Freiermuth. Freiermuth will get a nice gain to the 28-yard line. And the Steelers continue to move. I forgot they had Carl Brooks. Carl Brooks was from Bowling Green. Bowling Green. I remember him coming out. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right side. Bunched up in the shotgun. 29-yard line. Clock continues to move. Another nice drive again by the Steelers. Rodgers takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Gainwell. Gainwell shaking and baking, and he will fall forward for a gain of 5 to the 24-yard line. This is pretty huge for the Steelers. They're looking really good to make the playoffs now at 8-6 atop their division. maintain that lead over the Ravens. Yeah, this clock is moving quickly. Man, this game, if it keeps up like this game could be over before 11 o'clock. Yeesh. Quick game. Rodgers scanning the field. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Quick throw underneath. It'll be caught by Warren. Warren turns upfield, and Warren will get hit out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Gain of 10 as they move into the red zone. Rodgers is high right now. Redskins should go after Miami Hurricanes defensive ends Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor. I'm all for defensive edges and defensive linemen. Injured player on the field was Minka Fitzpatrick. 13.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. I went to Bowling Green. I'm here from the border of Ohio, Michigan. There are 2 teams that are cursed that will never, ever make the Super Bowl. That is Cleveland and Detroit. Yeah. So sad it's over. Defense hung in there, but offense scores no points. It's null and void. Yep. And the Steelers are pouring on right now. Another nearly 5-minute drive brewing so far. Well, Minka Fitzpatrick is just going to ruin the opportunity to get done by 11. Hit those arrows in the top right of the current drive. Oh. Replay mode. Ooh, this is fancy. Does this get rid of the ads? I know nothing about this. Interesting. Well, thank you, K-Pizzle. 61 of you in the chat right now. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Yeah, maybe no ads now. That would be huge. AP finally figured it out. Man, I hope we get a new decent quarterback this offseason. I hope we give our whole draft Tua to Cincinnati for Burrow and the Water Boy. It's crazy to think that. I mean, there's no way Joe Burrow's leaving Cincinnati. There's no way. Minka gets up and walks off the field on his own accord. I wish it would have made the text under the field bigger font. What if I do... If I do that? All right. 1st and 10. 13-15 to go in the fourth. Single back formation. 2 tight ends on the right side. And in motion here, Thielen left to right. Takes a snap, pitch play to the right, turns upfield here. And he's got room to run, and into the end zone is Jonnu Smith as a running back. What in the world? Jonnu Smith lines up in the backfield as a single back, and he looked good. I didn't know that was a tight end at first. Golly, Jonnu freaking Smith. Are you serious? I mean, this looked like a true running back here. Jonnu Smith on the pitch play. I mean, he's quick. It looked good. The blocked for him very well also, but wow. Jonnu Smith. More of a slight against ESPN's coding than your setup, yeah. There's the kick, and it is good. 28-3 now with 13:01 to go in the fourth quarter. The Steelers. Wow. Look at that. Aaron Rodgers with a smile on his face. He's having fun. And to fight his way back into the playoffs. You can sit Rodgers down for the rest of the game. Good win. Rodgers looked amazing. Yeah, Rodgers played very well today. Very true. Rodgers 22 for 26, 219, 2 touchdowns. Very efficient with a rating of 127.4. Very strong. It looks good, a lot better. Good. Man, Jonnu freaking Smith, that looked really good as a running back. I thought it was like a third string running back they had in the game. Imagine if your third round pick, Caleb Johnson, they're putting in the tight end before they put you in there for a rushing touchdown. This is a one-way drubbing now. Swear, stuck another year of waiting for a new season. Yep, I understand your pain. I understand your pain all too well. With replay mode, you should have a panel on the right. You can click through to show the play. Oh, it did freeze though. No. In replay mode, does it not automatic update? Before, once the Dolphins were officially eliminated, I was done watching the wild card weekend and division weekend, are two best weekends in football. Right now, it's stuck on replay before touchdown. See that. See if that's gonna be the. Let's see if does it update with the kick. There's the kick. It's gonna be caught and returned for the Dolphins. Here is Eskridge. Eskridge cutting it all the way to the right side, bouncing it outside, and Clark will push him out of bounds. You know what though? I kind of like it just because also that it doesn't give away the play even if I'm behind. Might be a little bit more work to keep up with it, but not the worst. Here we go. Let's do it after the thing. KP takes a snap. Tua gonna check it down here to A-Chain. A-Chain fantasy lovers appreciating that. Slipping tackles. And he's gonna go out of bounds after a gain of about 13, 14-ish yards. I'd sell my soul for the Dolphins Super Bowl appearance. Double. If listening, I've tried God. Guess give him a shot. Oh no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Offset I formation to the left. Tight end in motion right to left. Takes a snap. Pitch play to the left side is A-Chain. A-Chain finding room to run, and he's going to go out of bounds after a gain of 10. Clock should be continuing to run. Why does the clock stop? There you go. Look at that. You found the right way all by yourself. Pat him on the head. 11:45 and counting here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 1 for the Dolphins. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Tua in motion here. Ingold right to left. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping, throwing it over the backside, caught by Waddle, and Waddle will get tackled at about the 21-yard line. 16-yard gain to the Pittsburgh 26-yard line. Uh-oh. Looks like a potential injured player. Well, the clock is continuing to run, though, so it's not that injured. Okay, Waddle will have to go to the sideline. 11 minutes to go. Tua Tagovailoa, 8 for 12, 95 yards and a pick. Single back formation. Shifting into the shotgun now. 6 seconds on the play clock. Empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the left. 1 second on the play clock. Takes the snap. Tua looking to throw. Stepping up. Going to the backside. Seam route caught by Waller. Right over the Patrick Queen, leaping for the football. Good throw there by Tua. But it might be just a little too late. Maybe they can pull a Patriots in the Super Bowl. Down 28-3. Do we see some magic? If the Dolphins come back and win, the Z-Man literally sold his soul to the devil, and we just saw some Satanism in our chat. Tim, do you agree with the decision to shut down Jaden? I mean, if he's not healthy, you sit him down. If he's healthy, you play him. If he was healthy and they said, we're not playing him, I think that's ridiculous. But it sounds like he's not healthy. All right, Tua in the shotgun. 5 seconds to the play clock. Trying to get him to jump, doesn't work. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Stepping up, looking. Tua rolling to his left, trying to escape, and does. Tua now throws on the move and just gets rid of it. And 2nd and goal coming up. At the Pittsburgh 6. Tua will do something to screw it up. Yeah, he almost did. Dang, Aikman attacking Tua. You heard that? When Tua starts scrambling, you expect something not so good to happen. Dang, attacking him. Look at him. All right. 9:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Tua in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Tua takes the snap, looking to throw to his right side. Now floats it out there and gives him a shot, and he catches it. 50-50 ball, and Darren Waller uses that size to get into the end zone, and the Dolphins, dare I say, are not dead yet. So it's now currently a 19-point game, pending an extra point. So they still will go for the extra point here to make it an 18-point game. I mean, I guess you could go for 2. Yeah, they're going to go for 2. I do like going for 2 early. This would make it a 17-point game. So now 2 touchdowns and 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So they're still 3 possessions down. All right, 3 receivers to the left. Tua in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Humping, throws it, and overthrows Waller, so no good. So it still remains a 19-point game. So the Dolphins need 3 touchdowns for the comeback victory. The defense needs to get off the field. Will we see one of the greatest comebacks in NFL history, and the Dolphins will ride this all the way to the playoffs and 2 Super Bowl. What Super Bowl are we on? I just ruined it. I forget what Super Bowl we're on. What is this going to be? 61 or something? I don't know. Where are we at? 60. What is this? Roman numerals. 59? $60? What Super Bowl? The Super Bowl 2020 will be Super Bowl 60. Can't get rid of this Maybe the devil hears my call. I'm selling my soul for the Dolphins Super Bowl. Few $1,000,000 too, if you're listening. Yep. Yeah, your clock started there, Z man. They'll be showing up here in 10 years. Oh, the playoffs coming up here for the college football playoffs. Alabama, Oklahoma on Friday. Miami, Texas A&M on Saturday at noon. Makes me sick, man. They make it look easy down a score, and when they're the whole drive. Yeah, it's called the prevent defense, right? Prevent defense. All right, here comes the kick from Patterson, and it'll be caught at about the 7-yard line. Warren scanning the field, hitting up, dives ahead to about the 36-yard line, and still got the Miami Hurricanes to break my heart. Or two. Uh-oh. All right, can Aaron Rodgers ice this game out here? 9:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Going for two there was just for show. Yeah. I mean, I think going for two there did make sense. Here we go. In the shotgun, takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Caleb Johnson, who's going to get tackled for no gain. Clock continues to move here with 9.5 to go. I feel like none of these quarterbacks are going to be good. I feel like the 2026 NFL draft, the quarterbacks are just awful. Am I crazy? Because Fernando Mendoza didn't even have like that much of an insane stat line. It's solid. 33 touchdowns, 6 picks. But not crazy. Single back formation. Takes a snap. Pitch play to the left side is Johnson. Johnson will fall forward for a gain of about 3 to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up now 3rd down and 6. Clock continues to move now with just about 8.5 minutes to go. Tim, if you were Adam Peters, I mean, you say, what would you do to fix the team? Draft edge rusher, top 5, and just continue to use the dollars intelligently. And I mean, I don't even know who's all available. So, and the receivers to the right. 3rd and 6. Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers uses their timeout. So with 8:06 to go here in the fourth, Steelers will use their second timeout with 3rd and 6. This would be the ultimate like Aaron Rodgers way to go out too, just to lose a 28-3 game would be hilarious. Mendoza, he left the games early, Tim, because they were up by that much. I feel like a lot of people do that, though, right? Mendoza, Dante Moore, and Ty Simpson will at least be in first round. See? It's not to say that they're not going to be drafted in the first round. Of course, quarterbacks go earlier, right? Like, was Kenny Pickett really a first-round pick? No, but he's the guy's available. But we'll see what they actually pan out to be. All right, in the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. 3rd and 6. Takes the snap. Quick throw to the left side. Warren is going to make the grab, and I think he got the first down. And that is huge for the Steelers. They did not want to see a quick 3 and out, but another 2 minutes going to be taken off the clock here with they're going to run the ball twice again, get under 6, like almost maybe like 5.5 minutes off the clock. Oh, they're going to say not a first down? Oh, they're going to have to re-look at that. Let's take a look. Ooh. Yeah. He's short of the first down marker. Good call there by the refs at the half-yard line. 4th and 1. I mean, you're up by 3 scores. I like going for it here to really put the pressure, turn the screws on the Dolphins here. Yeah, you do give them short field position if you don't get it, but 7:41 to go in the 4th quarter, so they will settle for a punt here. Not a big fan of it. I mean, their tush push has been working all night. Just go back to that. I hate it. I think replay needs to go. Replay is awful. They suck at it. They can't even look at reality and make a good call. Going to be catch at the 7. And stiff arms a man. He's got room to run? No. He gets walloped at about the 13, 14-ish yard line. A good punt there by Waitman. And Tua Tagovailoa coming back onto the field with 19-point deficit. Here we go. You have to keep up with the stat sheet, Mouse. Yeah, I know, right? That is the one thing I gotta get used to. Gotta get used to this whole situation here. It does avoid ads though, which is nice. They stopped throwing during the game. He was 21-23 with 267. But yes, they had 300 yards rushing. Sheesh. 7:23 to go in the 4th. In the shotgun is Tua. 3 running backs in the backfield with him. Tua takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, going to swing it out there. Caught by Wright, and Wright will get tackled near the first down marker. So it's about a half yard short of the first down. 2nd and 1. 7 minutes to go here in the 4th. 4th straight touchdown drive, longest streak. 2018. Wow. I don't like Indiana since they gutted my Bulldogs, but the Mendoza is a good QB. There you go. There's 7 minutes to play here in the 4th. Dolphins trying to get something moving. In the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw. Tua avoids the rush, steps up, throws underneath. It'll be caught by Hill, and Hill gets hit immediately by Patrick Queen. Ooh, little shoving back and forth. Clock is still moving with these guys jawing. No flags for taunting. He may have been able to get it. May have been able to get it out there to Washington. Didn't quite see it. But it does give the first down, move the chains. Here we go. 6 minutes to go in the 4th. Takes the snap. Tua looking. Stepping up. Pressure. Down goes Tua. And that's a big loss. Loss of 7 on the play. Clock continues to move. Duke's not Bulldogs? JMU. Gotcha. I guess that's how big of a fan you are, huh, Pig? Overall, they played 2 good, healthy teams all year. Oregon, Ohio State. Definitely proved me wrong against Ohio State. Yeah, the defense in Indiana was insane. 5 minutes to go in the 4th. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Tua. Drops back, going to the right side, and has his man Greg Dulcich, who does not get out of bounds. The clock will continue to run. I guess it doesn't matter because it's not under 5 minutes anyway. So we get some extra yards. Good play there by Greg Dulcich for a gain of 29 to the midfield. Clock continues to move. Not really seeing a great urgency from the Dolphins. Huddling up. No, wait, you're not even going to the no huddle. You need 3 scores here, Tua. What are you doing? Taking forever. 4.5 minutes. 2 receivers each way. Tua scanning the field. Tua takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick throw to the left side. It'll be, I think Asante Samuel, that was a very, very kind tackle. He could have absolutely took his legs out and been really, really mean. But Samuel, I think he was like slow. He's like, I do have to tackle you. Maybe not. That looked rougher than I thought. Yeah, no, he slowed down. He did not hit him as hard as he could. He definitely did not hit him as hard as he could. He did go low, but he could have hit him a lot harder. 2 receivers each way. 4 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Quick throw to the left side. Caught by Waller. Turns upfield. Waller will dive ahead for a first down. Clock continues to move as it's nearly 3.5 minutes on the clock. Not really enough time at all for the Dolphins. They took way too long on this drive. 4 minutes off the clock already and counting. All right, in the shotgun, Tua takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping, throws underneath. It'll be caught, turns upfield. Here is A-Chain out of bounds, and will stop the clock here with 3:19 to go in the fourth quarter. I gave them my money. Isn't that enough? Well, did you actually go there for school, Pig? You went to JMU? Pistol formation, man in motion here. Washington, left to right. Takes a snap, looking to throw, pumping, stepping up, avoiding it. Tua, zigging and zagging, stays on his feet, pumping again, throws it to A-Chain. A-Chain makes a man miss. A-Chain will get tackled at about the 14, 13-ish yard line. 13 into the red zone. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Tua Tagovailoa doing a great job avoiding the rush. Tua getting it to Von A-Chain. A-Chain over 100 yards total offense again on the night. 57 yards rushing, 61 yards receiving now. Under 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers each way. No, wait a minute. All right, Steelers will use their timeout. Final timeout with 2:36 to go in the fourth. All right, 2:38 to go. And Tua throw a strike here now. They get the onside kick. Score within 30 seconds. Onside kick again. This would be insane. 3 receivers march to the right. Empty backfield set. Tua takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pumping, stepping up, avoiding it. Now throws it into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Darren Waller! All right, the Dolphins aren't going away yet. It's now a 13-point game. And they're going to go... Why go for 2? What does 2 get you? Does 2 make a difference? 2 does make a difference. Oh, they don't need 3 touchdowns. I did the math wrong. If they get 2 2-point conversions, then they can actually get a field goal to tie it. Oh my goodness. 2:37 to go in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Tua, pumping. Stays on his feet. Now throws it to the end zone. And Dulcich, it hits off his hands and incomplete. So it does remain a 13-point game, so the 2 touchdowns is necessary. Darren Waller showing up when it doesn't matter. Yeah, well, if you have him on your fantasy team, you're excited about it. So that was a touchdown there to Waller. Failed 2-point conversion to Dulcich. Here we go. I guess I don't need to do that. I could just do... No, that's not going to work well. Maybe that works now. All right, let's see what happens here. They're going to go for a onside kick. All right. If they get the ball here, this is insane. Because they still have 3 timeouts. Like, if they score quick, if they get an onside kick here, score quickly, they don't have to do an onside kick next. They can actually try to stop them with 3 timeouts. This could get dramatic at the end all of a sudden. A 28-3 game? Do we see it again? Does history repeat itself? They're not going to use a T, so he wants to go with the sideways football method. So he wants to try to get a lot of spin on it. And respect that. 10:59. If they don't get it here, though, I mean, I guess technically they still have a chance with 3 timeouts. Here we go. There's the kick, and it's going to be a slider, and it's oh, he gets it. Oh, Connor Hayward ends up with it. The initial guy missed it. Oof. Who was it? Thielen? Thielen dove on it, touched it, couldn't handle it, but Hayward does jump on it, and no Dolphin was there to help. I mean, they could have potentially stole it from him. He didn't get it cleanly. But here we are. All right. Dolphins still have 3 timeouts with 2:30 to go in the fourth. All right. Single back formation. Gainwell at midfield. Thielen goes in motion. A first down ends it here. Aaron Rodgers. Getting the field. 3 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Pitch play to the right side is Gainwell. Gainwell will dive forward for a gain of about 3.5 or so. Second down. And Dolphins will use their first of 3 timeouts here. $2:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Biggest fall off of the year, Colts. I mean, I thought they were kind of a fake team to begin with, to be honest with you, but here we are. Single back formation, takes a snap, pitch play to the right side. Gainwell is going to get hit for no gain. Second timeout now being used by Miami. First down here by the Steelers will end it. So you definitely want to throw the ball if you're the Steelers. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. You could run it and go for it on fourth down. I would go for it on fourth down here. You're already putting them in their own territory. No sense in pinning them back. And you could potentially keep the football and ice this game. So I kind of like the idea of running it and then going for it. You're up by 2 scores. It doesn't, like, you're not really in threat of losing this game. At the 46-yard line. I like the idea of running it and going for it here on 4th and 6. Hand it off to Warren here. Will they pitch it outside to the right? I don't like the pitch outside the right. I would run to the left. Run to the left here. Takes a snap. Hand up. Nope. Rolling to his right. Rodgers. Pumping. And he's going to take a sack. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. They will use their final timeout. Oh, man. Don't take a sack there. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, punting it away still does it, but it would have been game over if they were able to get a first down there. Chiefs weren't good at the start of the year, so I don't count them. Yeah, the Chiefs missed the playoffs. It's pretty wild. A lot of close games they lost. They normally win. Gonna be punt and bounces. Oh, it's gonna be downed at the 2. Wow. Downed at the 2. So now the Steelers just need one more stop, and this game is over. Ben Skoranek. Bouncing it. He saves it right at the 1-yard line, tips it back to about the 2.5-yard line. And that is where the Dolphins will start this next drive. You're just chewing gum all day? That's crazy. All right, here we go. 2 receivers each way. And in motion, Tua. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. Here's A-Chain. A-Chain will get us to the 2-minute warning at the 6-yard line. Game is all but over. Appreciate all of you that hung out in the chat this evening. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We will see you guys on Thursday. Let's see who the Thursday game is this coming up week. 16. Ooh, it's a great game. Thursday night, Seahawks Rams. The fight for the top of the NFC. Love to see that game. Couple of good games on Saturday. Eagles Commanders. Well, that's not a great game, but the Packers Bears. It's a great game because the Commanders are playing, so always fun to watch that. Sunday night football. Sunday night football this week, I may not do having people at my house. Depends on when everybody leaves. Up in the air. Monday night I should be able to do, though. Colts and Niners. That'll be an important game for playoff pictures. Man, the Niners are just quietly 10-4. When did the Niners win 10 games? That's crazy. I was struggling to remember what their record was. Like, I felt like they were just closer to 500 or something. No, they're 10-4. They have a chance at the number 1 seed in the NFC. And they're 10-4 and they're third place in the division. NFC West, just very tough this year. Very tough. Good at the start of the year. Go ahead and just make sure that the Dolphins don't do anything with this drive. Really milking these commercials on this 2-minute. Not Van Pelt. What is that? A bunny? All right, here we go. 2 receivers each way in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Tua looking, pumping, steps up, throws underneath. It'll be caught by Waller. Just shy of the first down marker. 3rd down and 1. All right. Tua in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Tua takes a snap. Drops back to pass. Stepping up. Tua avoids the rush. And he's going down at the 10. The one final play of this game, potentially. Otameo comes away with it. Here we go. In the shotgun is Tua. Takes a snap, drops back to pass, looking, pumping, goes underneath, and the drive continues. Clock continues to run. See, do the Dolphins continue to try to push, or are they just going to concede? 3 receivers to the right. Tua takes a snap, looking to throw. Steps up, avoids the rush, throws underneath, and almost intercepted. Porter, it was tipped into his chest, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. 42 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Three receivers to the right. 1 second on the play clock. Oh, God. Oh, God. Play of game. And he's really harping on this, like, not going for the blah, 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 whatever. Like, okay, man. 3 receivers to the right. I know you want to go home, Troy. All right. Takes a snap. Tua looking. Stepping up. Goes underneath. It'll be caught. And Washington will get tackled inbounds. So that's all she wrote. All right. I mean, don't even run another play. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It was fun. Appreciate all of you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you for a great game on Thursday with the Seahawks and Rams. And until next time, see ya!